Works and stuff for tonight's meeting. This picture and stuff.
Because I was hoping they'd kill.
Is this for tonight?
Yeah,
So there's a copy for each one?
yep. And there are 3 different ones.
That's
One
everything?
follows up, one is a new one. Did Jenny get hers? No. I need Jenny's copy. It says clerk on it.
Yes.
You don't know.
This one has
Oh, I didn't
buttons.
staple that one. Oh, that's clerk also. Keeping these records in. Wow. Paper trail.
Ready? Call meeting to order, 7 o'clock, saying the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Ben Hupp,
Yeah.
Dan Van Buren,
Yeah.
Jeff Corpenning,
Here?
We're here tonight for a junk car, meeting, zoning meeting, so turn over the board.
Okay, the first one is JC00612. This is the new one for you to review to determine if we send a letter. One of the neighbors was standing out when I was doing the photos and asked what I was doing. I explained it to him. He said he would go talk to him. This is a black, you have a photo. It's a black truck. I do not know the make of it. I can't read that symbol on it. It is, if you look, you can tell it's apparently in non-working order. Address is 11520 Midland Oil Road. This vehicle has been in the same location for over 3 years. You also have the on-track photo of 2008, showing that it's still in the same location. You see the front grille is missing, the side panel is missing. The 2 tires on this side are completely flat. So it meets the 3 steps.
Do we want this confirmation to start the process?
Yeah, that's what the first one is, confirm. Because if, I will drive back by and see if it's gone. Because if it is, then I won't have to do anything else, we can close it.
Have you spoken to this person?
No, I don't speak to them.
So they haven't been notified or anything at this point?
No, this is a preliminary, we're going through this phase 1. Showing, or phase, this is not phase 1. This phase 1 is my investigation. We are at step 4, preparing to set a hearing if needed. That's where you determine, is it a junk vehicle or isn't it a junk vehicle? If it's a junk vehicle, we send them a letter. If the vehicle is removed prior to, then the letter isn't required.
Was this generated from the drive around or a complaint?
I drove around.
I move on complaint number JC006-12, no further action be taken.
I'd say probably just send them a letter.
Send a letter.
is there a second to
just-
Jeff's motion?
I'll make a motion.
Alright.
Is that a motion to set up a hearing for him then? Is that what the letter's gonna say?
Yes.
Is there a second to the motion?
Yeah.
Roll call vote. Jeff,
No.
Ben,
Yes.
Dan,
Yeah.
So that date would be the second Tuesday of October?
Yep.
Do we know, and do you have that
I got it.
calendar you do?
I got it. Ninth, be the second Tuesday.
You got a review of JC 003-12, I gave you 2 photos.
Excuse me, is there a time on that? Is it 7?
Excuse me?
The time you said, is it 7 on the 9th?
That's when our meetings usually occur, yeah, 7 o'clock.
And if you see on this, there's still vehicles, but I can't determine if these are the same vehicles. I didn't go to the back. I couldn't get hold of the neighbors to go back there and see if that white vehicle's gone. Prosecuting attorney suggested aerial view, and I will bring that up at the next township meeting, because I have other zoning issues we need aerial views on. But the blue vehicle is still sitting there, but it's up on the side of the house where I cannot get up there and take photos of it.
This is Clippinger's property, right?
Yes, it is.
Have you spoken with Mr. Clippinger about this?
Again, I do not speak to the people. He did not come out, I did not talk to him.
What's your request on this one? What
I'm
action?
showing you that very little has been done.
I move no further actions be taken on JC 003-12.
Is there a second to the motion?
Just curious, Jeff, when you say that you don't want any further action taken, why wouldn't you want any further action taken?
Why don't you explain why you would?
Well, if he hasn't complied, come in front of the board and we gave him sufficient time to comply. We gave him, I believe, it was 90 days.
I don't know whether he has or hasn't complied.
Well, everything we do, you say, even this one, you said, oh, no further action, so why wouldn't you?
Why would you? I
He's
can
not
ask you that
compliant.
question.
He has a junk vehicle sitting in his front yard.
We have a junk vehicle.
I've stated many times, I don't feel like this is what our community wants. I don't think it's a good use of our time.
Well, why are you
And I
wasting your
don't-
time here? You might as well just walk out later.
I'm here to represent people like Mr. Clippinger that don't have a voice here tonight.
Mr. Clippinger had complaints. That wasn't just a drive around. I drove around because I got the complaints. And if you notice also on this last one, the 6th, Mr. Clippinger sat in here and complained about it as well. You have that on video. I still drove around.
I move my motion, it stands and speaks for itself.
JC 004-12, Clippinger's property as well. This is the,
Are we, what are we doing? Are we moving on? Are we,
oh, I didn't know, did they make a motion? Almost we did, sorry.
So what's the next step here? If you can't see.
Next step, I have to get an aerial to see. I have to go,
you can't see it from the road? You can't see the vehicle?
Well, that's obviously the picture she can see from the road.
Well, you said there was a vehicle you couldn't get to.
You took pictures
said
from the
something
backyard.
I
Yeah.
took from the road. I did not go to the neighbors because I did not get a hold of them in time. I can go and take more photos of the neighbor's backyard. Prosecuting attorney said aerial photos are better.
These are from the road that you took.
Yeah,
Is this timestamp accurate? September 10th?
yeah.
So the next step is to,
Sorry.
what's the next step?
The next step for junk cars is step 7, and that's where they get a, in conjunction, it says in conjunction with the resolution provide for, in step 6, the board must provide written notice to the landowner and any holders of liens or records of the land, which includes all of the following information. And you guys have a copy of this. You probably should be bringing it to every meeting, because this is a junk car meeting. There are 4 of them under that one. General description, statement that the board has determined that the vehicle is a junk motor vehicle, statement that the owner does not remove the vehicle within 14 days after serving this notice, the board may remove or cause the removal of the vehicle. And 4 is a statement that any expenses the board incurs in removing or causing the removal of the vehicle may be entered upon the tax duplicate and become a lien on the land from the date of entry. Then you have notice of description above shall be served as follows. Owner resides in the unincorporated territory of the township. A, notice shall be sent by certified letter, return receipt requested. 2, owner resides outside the unincorporated territory of the township and the owner's address is known or ascertained through the exercise of reasonable I don't know what that word is.
So the next step is, it's,
Notifying you're gonna remove it. And that's in step 7 and you all have a copy of that.
but we don't know if they complied or not because of the,
Right, that's why we
Cover up.
need to have the aerial to prove that.
what do you think, Dan?
Probably ought to just wait until you get an aerial on it, and then see what goes on.
Wait to bring that up at the meeting about the area.
Yeah, because I have zoning issues I need the aerials on.
That'll give me some time. If I have a chance, and I'm out that way, I'll stop, try to talk to them.
Okay.
Just say, hey, but we're still, have any of them been moved that you can see?
The van,
Van's gone,
that's the only thing I noticed gone.
van's gone. And we're still worried about, still have the white truck.
Well, the one truck he uses on the farm, but I don't know which one was that. That
The
runs.
white truck and the blue truck there.
I don't know, one of them was running, he used on the farm.
I remember talking about farm used vehicles, that was the other ones next door.
Mm-hmm.
It was those ones.
Yeah, well, he had one too.
Well, I'll look back and see and ask him. So just ask him about the white truck,
Yeah,
correct?
the white truck, we don't know if it's removed from the back. You really need to physically see if it's removed. You could say you removed it. That's like some people say that they have deeds and they don't. You have to physically see it.
He said the blue truck was a farm truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Farm use. So we waived that one because he uses farm, right? What,
And then
Oh.
he gave him 90 days on the white truck
yeah,
And the van.
in the van.
yeah. Van's gone, so we're good there. Well, give me a couple weeks, I get out that way, I'll stop and see him,
Okay.
just ask him.
So we'll hold off on that. Shall we? And wait for the aerial request. JC 004-12. Now remind you, the order was to cover or remove. The vehicles are still there. They just keep moving them from one point to the other. And these vehicles are not being driven to one point to the other. I have somebody writing a statement, they're being dragged,
Is this the neighbor to this other one?
Yes.
Clevenger's other property?
which Mr. Coppinger owns, yes. So the order was cover or remove, and they have not been removed. They're now back along the property line, just parked in a different way.
I move on JC 004-12, no further action be taken.
On March 9th, they were sitting along the house.
Yeah,
Now they're back along the property line.
because they were along the driveway.
Yes. So the vehicles have not been, they're not in compliance at all.
Do they run or?
Well, they stated they were for farm use.
They don't have a farm, so there's a difference. You have to have a farm.
Well, is that correct? That's what they stated?
That's what they stated, but you have to have a farm for farm use, per prosecuting attorney.
Do you have that legal opinion somewhere in writing for the board?
Talk to her on the telephone. Would you like me to start recording her phone conversations?
Well, I'd like it if you're referencing a legal opinion, that we actually have the opinion. I mean, she should be going to
I
put it in
asked her a
writing.
simple question, I wanted to know this. Quick answer.
I want
You
factual
have to have
answers.
acreage for farm.
I'd like to see it in writing representing the ORC or the law. that
Call
she's-
her and find out.
Yeah, call her, talk to her, you can do
You
that.
can do that too.
Yeah, you can make it all about me if you want, that's what you always do.
Call her and talk to her.
You want, get
She's
it.
more than happy to talk to you.
I have no
So under,
interest in that. So when you're referencing law, I think it's pretty,
the request was to cover or remove, and they have not done either. They have not removed it, they have not covered it, they just keep moving it from place to place.
how do you know this man doesn't do agricultural farming or something on his property?
He has to prove it. Prove it.
These people.
He's not in compliance.
He
These
has
people.
to prove it?
So I just
How much
said, prove
property
it.
do they have?
He has to prove he lives in the ag district? Wow.
Yes.
It's just a house.
Yeah,
There's,
that's what I'm getting at.
is there a barn on it?
No. No barn on it, no agriculture on it whatsoever.
That's not a very big
I
lot.
don't
either, is
have
it?
the actual let me see if I got the readout from. I do not have the readout that I print out sometimes from.
I believe it's all surrounded by farm field, it's all ag out there.
Not his property.
It's not their
People
property.
living on
So-
it or renting it or,
So I say, if you're gonna pursue something and you have a legal opinion, you need to make sure that it's right.
okay, the request was to cover or remove, again, neither has been done.
You don't have an arrow shot on it.
No, I haven't done an aerial.
Okay.
All I can go by is on track, they do the aerial.
Is that a van? Or is it a car?
That's a car.
So before it was a van.
I think, no, that's the van, my apologies, that is the van, not a car, that is the van. Same one,
Alright,
I have that, what's the other photos?
because before it was a truck and a van.
Yeah, no, it's still the van, my apologies.
Look at
That's
that.
the first one. Second, and you have the third.
That's fine. That's fine.
They were also given 90 days.
It's van, I apologize, I made a mistake. Yes. I would have gotten more photos, but the sun was dead on and every photo was black, except that one. It's Mr. Cliffinger's property, so if you wanted to talk to him about that too, and then if you wanted to.
Might
you
wanna
said you
talk
wanted
to him
talk
about
to
it
him.
first and see what's,
He actually owns it, his property
Yeah.
next door to
So
him.
he's the one that's actually,
But he rents it to them.
yeah,
that's his daughter.
his daughter.
I might as well try to kill two birds with one stone. Find out that's about that, though. That just kind of delayed another 30 days. So. Now it's at 120 days, my next meeting.
So give them 30 more days.
You know, it will, I mean, I'm not saying to give it to them, I'm saying it will by my next
Yeah,
meeting,
by
another 30 days.
I give it, yeah, talk to them, let them know, I'll go up with you. I'll talk to them, see what they.
And I remind the board that you have to be careful having pre-arranged meetings with more than one trustee if you're making decisions there.
We ain't gonna make no
Nobody said we
decisions.
should say we're gonna speak to the man and ask
Just a
him.
friendly reminder that there are Ohio Sunshine Law.
I need your reminder, Jeff, thank you.
I'm giving it to you.
I don't need it.
Got that. Might behoove you to listen once in a while.
We could say the same to you.
That's right.
You say whatever you want all the time anyway.
Okay.
Go
yeah.
ahead.
And you do too.
I base things on fact and law. I don't
And
just
so
make
do
things
we.
up. Really?
Yes.
You always have to make it an argument about me, don't you? But it's not about me. This
Mr.
is about,
Corpenning, you like
this
to
is
make
about going
arguments about
after-
this junk vehicles.
this is about going
And
after people and telling them they
It
have
was
to get rid of
voted
private
on, so
property.
you're in violation of doing your job as a trustee. You're supposed to be supporting what the people want, and the people
I
wanted
am.
this, or we would not have these rules to do.
I absolutely am here representing my constituents. There's no doubt in my
You're a
mind.
small handful of people. Okay, are we moving on?
Yes.
Okay, JC 002 and 001 are both Mr. Latham. I was out taking photos. Mr. Latham waved me back. I came back. He informed me that he has removed 6 vehicles. He's having difficulty still trying to get titles. So he's going through the legal steps to get the title of those. And he will be continuously junking these vehicles. He told me within the next 2 days he has 2 more vehicles leaving. So he requested 90 more days to try to get more out.
Is there any paperwork on that one tonight?
No,
How many did you say was removed?
huh?
How many has he?
He removed 6 already, he has 2 going out by this weekend.
Like when you talk to him, when you go back, you know, you didn't go all the way back there. But he has them back there along the wood lines, is that the ones you got rid of?
Yes, he's been slowly getting those out. He used to have a mud running thing back
Yes.
there, and when the people's
Yes.
trucks broke down, they left him there and just walked away.
That is true. I asked him about some vehicles
Yeah.
10 years ago, and he said he didn't have the titles to them, so yes, I can,
Yeah.
he told me that 10 years ago, so.
So he's trying now, and he does have legal, and one of the things they told him was, you have to remove so much from it, and you start scrapping it. But he needs to find the owner first. If he has no success, then he can.
Very good.
He just got the title to take them in.
Yeah.
And,
Scrap 'em.
They said something about certain things have to be removed,
Yeah.
and you
Remove
don't
so
need
much of
the
the
title.
drivetrain.
Yeah. You got to pull the motors and
Yeah,
gas tanks and all that stuff off.
but he has to go through all the legal steps first to find the owner.
Mhm.
So he said this is taking him time.
I move there be no further actions taken on, I don't have the reference numbers, 02 and 04, is that what it was?
01
01
and
and 02.
02. They were actually taking stuff out of a vehicle when I was up there.
Okay.
How many more does he have approximately?
Said he thinks he has 12.
12 more?
Yeah, he does have farm equipment sitting back there, but he's planning on getting rid of that too because they don't run.
Well, I mean, he didn't accumulate them overnight, so, I mean, I don't have a problem with, you know.
He said that was the problem. He said, I didn't get these in 1 year.
Mhm.
They aren't even all his. I mean, they're not.
Right, they're not even all his, so he's doing what he can.
If he's removed 6 in 90 days, that's showing it there, you know.
Okay.
So, I'll make a motion that we give him another 90 days.
And I'll second it.
Roll call vote, Jeff.
Present.
Roll call vote.
I said present.
What is your vote?
The record should record present.
Okay, so now what is your
Yes and
vote?
I don't have to vote yes or no, my vote is present. I'm here to participate in the roll call vote, and I'm not voting.
He obviously don't get it, so just.
No.
move on.
That's all right, you just think,
Dan?
I obviously do get it.
Dan,
yeah.
Jeff, Ben.
Yes. that all you have to take for them?
Those are all I have.
That's it? Anything else? I make a motion we adjourn.
No, I'll second it.
What about these other things here?
First I've seen it.
Same here.
What about?
Well, it looked like junk cars, but I guess it's about the trash.
Okay, so with this in the trash meeting,
Just bring it to the next meeting, right?
it's in the trash meeting.
It's not mine.
Trash,
Can't be.
you just mean the monthly meeting? Back. You just mean the regular monthly meeting, right?
Correct, it's in the trash meeting, isn't it?
No, but our regular meetings aren't.
What we discussed,
This
it's not
is
picked up
junk car
at the
only.
regular meeting, yeah?
Okay, if you want to treat me like I'm stupid, you go right ahead.
Don't act like it.
That's how you treat us, so you start treating me that way.
Start? Really? Yeah, I should go record the meeting.